in a remote forest in central Oregon.
Now we're getting into the tree line.
A team of expert researchers are headed into a densely wooded mountain range.
This looks good. Yeah,
all right.
It's good.
This will be the field team's home and base of operations for the next 3 weeks.
You have to be willing to stick it out and stay for days or weeks or whatever it takes to prove that Bigfoot does or does not exist. There's cougars, there's all kinds of animals, and it's definitely a threat out here because we're in the wilderness. We got company?
Yeah, we sure do. In order to begin our hunt, we brought in a LIDAR team to help us map this area.
The LIDAR team has processed the mapping data from the target zone, and it is ready for analysis.
Got something up here.
Yeah, look at that.
What is that?
Looks like game trails.
Here is the highest elevation.
That's exactly what I'm looking for. It's the toughest areas to get to because that's where I would hide, where humans don't want to go.
MIREYA and RPG will hike 7 miles north to investigate a location where several of the game trails all converge. Russell will travel solo and trek east to scale an isolated 6,000-foot peak, a likely spot he believes for Bigfoot to seek refuge from humans. And BRYCE will be based at a remote headquarters 34 miles outside the hot zone.
I will be their eye in the sky. There's Russell right there. And there's RPG and MIREYA right there.
There are deer prints kind of everywhere.
Looks like somebody was running.
Looks like they were in a hurry. Why are deer in a hurry? What do they have to run from? Predators.
Oh,
Look at that.
that looks different.
Just a little bit of scrape. I don't know, nothing definitive.
With signs of possible predatory activity, the team deploys a sophisticated trail camera system.
All right.
Anything that passes by is guaranteed to be caught on film. BRYCE has a target of his own, a Bigfoot witness who had an encounter just 2 miles outside the hot zone.
We were showering in this little pine opening, and right after we finished up, we're heading back to the car, and we hear this thing come through the brush. These footprints are just boom, boom, boom. It was like an 8-foot creature with kind of like man-like features, you know, on 2 legs, super hairy.
So a lot of people who have experienced sightings like you, they've reported nausea, intense headaches. Have you ever felt anything like that?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of it is territorial. I think if you push too far into their territory, that's when you'll have one of those experiences.
Is this a pond? How perfect would this be for an apex predator to ambush hunt?
There's some remains here of a kill.
RPG and MIREYA place their final cameras. They've strategically positioned them on each trail so that any wildlife that approaches the pond will be recorded.
I know it won't make my high point tonight. Still a couple days away. In the dark, in the evening like this is an ideal time. If I can move quietly in the woods, so can anything that hunts. I heard something right down in here somewhere. So I stopped, I waited, and I listened. I didn't hear the sound again, but through the next few minutes, I smelled something. There was a distinctive shift in the smells in the air. It went from wet ground and earth to something very, very nasty. I think we're on the trail. I feel like I'm getting close. Home for the night, and it's dry.
Hey, RPG? You all right?
So they're running some tests right now. They're not exactly quite sure what's going on. So unfortunately, I have some bad news. We're not going to continue the expedition with RPG. To have our researcher who has an encyclopedic knowledge of Bigfoot just mysteriously go sick after the first night, I'm devastated. I don't know what to say, but what I do know is we will definitely be continuing. All right.
Thanks for
Good
letting
luck.
us know.
Stay safe. Yep. The team still has targets and points of interest to explore. We are going to keep moving forward.